Watch this, Jimmy.
On April 1st of this year, the NBA and its players agreed to a new collective bargaining agreement. The announcement of this new CBA broke news for about a day or two, and then
the NBA released the full collective bargaining arrangement to its teams Wednesday, 2 days before the start of free agency, 3 days before the new labor agreement. What's the new labor agreement? Oh, is that the shit where you have to play a certain amount of games to get a like MVP and shit? Sides agreed in principle of the new deal. Okay.
Then it was shrugged off in the midst of the regular season. For the most part, it's a bunch of contract jargon, new financial structuring and incentives, nuanced agreements between owners and players that us fans couldn't care less about. But built into the details of this fairly routine league adjustment are 3 major rule changes to how the NBA will operate. 3 adjustments to rules, systems, awards, and honors that have been in place for decades and will change the way the NBA and its players navigate the season. Today's sponsor is HelloFresh. Brothers, it's 2023. Does anyone really have time to be cruising around the grocery store spending way too much money on meals that should have been retired years ago? Absolutely not.
Get your money, bro.
Seasonal style shopping with HelloFresh entering of the
get your money, but now
coming into effect starting with the 2023-2024 NBA season, the league has a new CBA. Among the slosh of financial mumbo-jumbo that I couldn't give a rat's ass about, there are 3 major changes taking place from this season forward. The first one is a new rule regarding the minimum number of games a player must play to receive individual awards and or be eligible for all NBA team selection. Previously,
all NBA. Okay, that makes sense.
This threshold was 58 games, or about 70% of the season. But under
I didn't even know there was a threshold. Not gonna lie.
Under the new CBA rules, a player now must play at least 65 games in a season to qualify for all awards and honors. The overarching goal of this change being to reduce the amount of load management around the league. And surely, this change will do just that. Over the last 3 seasons, of the 45 players who were selected to an All-NBA team, 15 of them
Hold on.
wouldn't have even qualified under the new rules. In fact, LeBron James would have missed the cut in all of the last 3 seasons. And 15 superstars not playing enough games over the course of 3 seasons may not sound like much, until you realize that in the previous 19 seasons combined, only 15 players made All-NBA teams without playing at least 70% of the season. A requirement that pushes for about 10% more games played throughout a season for every superstar around the league may have a larger impact on the game than you would think.
No, I've been on mute this whole fucking time. I fucking hate everything about everything. So, that means that Joel Embiid would have never gotten that MVP because that nigga's injured. Right? Oh my god, like a lot of people aren't gonna get shit now. It's good.
Which leads Ben Rohr,
get injured, you're finished. Might as well just not play anymore.
Bach of Yahoo Sports to beg the question, is it worth squeezing a handful more games from these stars to risk rewarding less prestigious candidates?
That's not what it does.
Absolutely. And this
But yeah.
minimum game requirement will also be in effect for individual awards, such as the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and so on. The minimum game requirement here will have less of an effect on the league since voters are already in a silent agreement that in order to be the best at anything, you have to play most of the games. This is the exact reason why, excluding shortened seasons, there's only been 2 MVP recipients that played less than 70 games since the league moved to the 82-game schedule in
I wonder who is at the top.
1968. Bill Walton in 1978, and Joel Embiid just this past season. But still, we will inevitably see this new rule begin to change the way stars around the league navigate each season. Over the past decade, here are award winners that, under the new rules, wouldn't have even been eligible, including Jaren Jackson,
Brooke Lopez? Most improved, DeJounte Murray. Rookie of the Year, Anthony Edwards.
Jr. for Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. Now, the one caveat to this rule change is that there will be exceptions under specific circumstances. For example,
injuries?
if a player has a season-ending injury, the minimum game requirement will drop from 65 to 62 games. Also,
That's
any
literally
game where a
nothing.
player plays at least 20 minutes will count as a game played. And I think we can all see exactly how this exception will be exploited. And to demonstrate this, I want to point y'all to AC Green. Throughout the
Nah, niggas gonna play 20 minutes and sub the fuck out and never play again.
80s and 90s, Green was a solid contributor in the NBA, but his legacy is remembered for his untouchable record for consecutive games played in an NBA career. From 1986 to 2001, AC Green did not miss a single basketball game.
Damn.
Not one. 1,192 consecutive
Holy
games over the
fuck.
course of 16 years. A record that I'd be willing to bet anything
What are you telling me? These niggas have never played consecutive games?
will never be broken for the rest of time. But what people fail to mention is that in order to set this record, AC Green had numerous games where he would simply check into the game for a few possessions
3 seconds, bro, and that counted? No way. Bro, he was in the game for 3 seconds. He had a -8? -20? Yo, gang. -8. Oh, this is... Oh, never mind. This is Badamate lost by. I was like, what? Okay, plus minus, -2, -2, -1, -7. He's ass!
and then check back out. The man was well aware of his streak, and he would do anything in his power to keep it going until the day he retired. It's not a matter of if stars around the league will check into a game and then inexplicably check back out after 21 minutes. It's a matter of how many stars will do this and how often. But this rule change is certainly a step in the right direction. Now, the next rule change that was included in the new CBA is one that fans have been asking for years. The NBA has become a positionless league. Is Steph Curry a point guard, or is he really a shooting guard?
He's really a
Probably
shooting
a
guard.
little bit of both. Is Jimmy Butler a power forward? Of course not. And yet he's listed as one. If you look up the words shooting guard in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of Klay Thompson. And yet he's listed as a small forward. Positions don't matter, and the NBA is finally taking notice of this starting next season and the way that they vote for all NBA teams. Because from this upcoming season forward, all NBA teams will no longer be
Cook! What the fuck? Man, that's good as fuck. That's so good, bro. Because there's some people, like last season, bro. Or the season before that. I'm not gonna lie. Joel Embiid had a good season, but Nikola Jokic did too. But you can only have one center. Think about it. That's good. That's amazing.
restricted to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. Instead, all NBA teams will be positionless.
That's
The 5
good,
players who
bro.
receive the most first-place votes will simply be first-team All-NBA. Players who earn the 6th through 10th most votes will be second-team All-NBA, and 11th through 15th will be named third-team All-NBA. This change in the structure of how all NBA teams are chosen will fundamentally change the contractual leverage of players around the league and the legacy they leave behind. This past season, Nikola Jokic, the best player in the world, didn't even make first-team All-NBA.
Exactly.
Only one center is allowed to make first-team, and that spot went to Joel Embiid. Rudy Gobert has 4 All-NBA selections in his career. You want to know how many All-NBA teams Vince Carter made in his 22-year career? 2. I know, right? Guess how many All-NBA teams Ray Allen has made in his career? 2.
Oh.
What about Dennis Rodman? You guessed it. 2. In fact, Rudy Gobert has more career All-NBA selections than Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Dennis Rodman, DeMarcus Cousins, Manu Ginobili, Draymond Green, Kevin Love, Alonzo Mourning, Klay Thompson, Bill Walton, James Worthy, Devin Booker, Chris Bosh, Kevin McHale, Earl Monroe, Derrick Rose, and Peja Stojakovic. Appalling. The old All-NBA voting system was broken, and it had been for years. But the most egregious case of this failed voting system came back in 2016 when DeAndre Jordan, who was never at any point in his career even considered a top 30 player in the league, made first-team All-NBA. That's right. Because of this voting system, DeAndre Jordan was virtually named a top 5 player in the NBA. That same season, Kevin Durant, at his apex, did not make.
You just lied for your stream. That's nuts. What did I lie about?
First team All-NBA. Change was in need, and to demonstrate just how much these alterations will affect the NBA, here are the All-NBA teams from 2023.
What did I lie about?
Hello?
What did I lie about?
Pause this shit. Nigga. So when they said that Jokic should have been All-NBA first team, you were the main nigga that was saying that Embiid was MVP.
No, I know I was saying Embiid was MVP. But that's because I knew they weren't going to give it to Jokic 3 times in a row.
Oh my god. That is not what you were saying, bro. And the other thing is, how are you going to want fucking Jokic to be All-NBA first team? What do you want the MVP to be, second team?
No, I'm saying it's because they're changing it now. It's gonna be positionless.
Alright, cooked. Go back on.
It's gonna be
cooked.
positionless.
Yes, cooked, bro. But you just lied on stream. That's wild.
Oh my god.
Now consider the new minimum game requirement and the positionless voting. This is how the 2023 All-NBA teams would look under the new rules according to voting results. Giannis, Steph, Butler, Lillard, and LeBron all missed too many games to make the cut. Jokic makes first team with Embiid. Sabonis, Fox, and Randall all get promoted to second team, and 4 players in Markkanen, Holiday, Brunson, and
What the? Who shouldn't be here? Why's Holiday on this list? Why is Siakam here? I get Holiday, but Siakam should not be 13.
Anthony Edwards all make their first All-NBA team. Now, the last major change that we'll see in this upcoming season is the new in-season tournament. No official structure of the tournament has been.
I think it's because how good of a like season he had. Yeah, but marketing averaged like 25. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't have said Siakam because I have no idea what the fuck the Toronto Raptors even do. I don't watch Raptors at all.
Make their first All-NBA team. Now, the last major change
the only thing I hate about it is just spin move
that we'll see in this upcoming season is the new in-season tournament. No official structure of the tournament has been announced yet, but the basic framework is set, and it'll look something like this. The league will be divided into 6 pools of 5 teams.
Are these just what?
Pools will be comprised of
That shit works.
teams from the same conference. And that's about the extent of this plan making any sense. Because out of the established pools of teams, there will be designated days during the first 6 weeks of the season where teams will play within their pool. The winner of each 6 pools will advance to a single elimination stage along with 2 wildcard teams. The league has yet to announce how these wildcard teams will be determined, so maybe record. The semifinals and finals will be played at a neutral site, and the players on the winning tournament team will receive $500,000 each.
Average 25, 7, and 7 in 1 steal. I sincerely apologize. I take it back.
You got
me.
But here's where it gets really weird. Each NBA team will only be scheduled for 80 games on the season. Teams that do not advance to the knockout round of the tournament will have 2 games added to their schedule, and the teams that make the final round of the tournament will play 83 total games. So let me get this straight. This new in-season tournament will affect the scheduling of the regular season. It will have qualifying rounds built throughout the season. Right. It will lead to some teams playing more games in a season than others.
I don't like, and this is dumb confusing anyway. I'm not a fraud.
But most importantly, I don't know if anyone's even gonna care. The teams that are already good might not care about the in-season tournament because they have bigger goals. And the teams that have no chance at contending for a championship and might care to win the tournament probably won't have a shot. I think the single elimination format could work in favor of less capable teams, but are the title contenders for the postseason not also the same teams that will be favored to win the in-season tournament? Will the rich not just get richer while bad teams continue to have no shot at winning anything? Over the last decade, the NBA has added a handful of new awards that players can win throughout the season. The Hustle Award, Teammate of the Year Award, Clutch Player of the Year, Eastern and Western Conference MVPs. Right. These extra awards get
tiny. Holy fuck.
Clutch Player of the Year, Eastern and
that looks normal.
Western
I think his hands are humongo jumbo. I wonder how big his
conference MVPs. These extra awards get more players and fan bases involved. But if we're being completely honest, no one really cares about these additive accolades. Who won the Hustle Award in 2020? Who won the Teammate of the Year Award in 2021? Similar to these secondary awards, I think the midseason tournament could be a fun detour from the regular season.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean, Ayo? What that mean?
But I'm not sure how much value or even importance it will hold, especially considering it will uproot the entire structure of the regular season. But what do y'all think? Do you like the changes coming to the NBA? If you had the power, what changes would you make? If the 5 best players in the league are 5 point guards, does it make sense to have them all first team?
That's gonna be crazy. That is gonna happen, but not anytime soon.
Team All-NBA? What if the 10 best players in the league all play less than 65 games? Would it really make sense to have the 11th most valuable player in the NBA win the MVP? How does Rudy freaking Gobert have more All-NBA selections than Vince Carter? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, until next time.
All this shit's gonna like change a lot of like the trajectory in basketball history. Like in the future, not now. I don't think it's gonna make a big deal now. But niggas looking at stats, oh, he had more All NBA selections than blah blah blah, and like, yeah, no, we don't fuck with that, no, a lot. 9-8, oh my god, scary as fuck. What is next? Do we have anything else to react? Yo, play games? Facts. I might get like on Xbox or something. Mikael?
Yes.
So, do you want to play something? Can't play for it. So.
That's fine.
2K?
What do you want to play?
Or what?
It doesn't matter to me. Rush is still going on.
Oh yeah, we gotta try to win that.